Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about an item that we mention a lot on this channel. That item would be a Gulliver item that you can see in the background there, and that's the Pagoda. So as you can see, there are 4 Pagodas right there, and all of these items that are just laying around are also Pagodas. So if you've been around this channel for a while or follow me on Instagram, you know we give away Pagodas a lot. And if you're newer here and don't really know too much about Pagodas, the Pagodas are a Gulliver item, so they're a little rare because you have to farm Gulliver for them. They also on Nookazon go for about 80 to 100 Nook Miles tickets each, so they're definitely really expensive items and really rare to get because they come from pretty much a lucky drop from Gulliver. So a question I get a lot is, one, how do you get Pagodas? Which, like I just said, you get from Gulliver. But a question I get a lot, especially when we're doing giveaway streams, is how do you get so many? Like, how do I actually get so many Pagodas here to give away? Because right here I have about 40, so a pocket full. And in the last giveaway stream, not the one that glitched out just a few days ago, but the one a couple weeks ago when I was celebrating 1,000 followers on Instagram, as well as almost 800 subs, I believe, or close to 1,000 subs on YouTube as well. I think in that stream alone, we gave away close to about 100 Pagodas. And just to let you know, if you go back on that stream, you'll see it. It's not just me who has all these Pagodas and that I'm working really hard to get all of them, but I have a crew of folks. These are my friends, IGGY, SHARMAINE, JESS. We do a podcast stream together every week and we hang out pretty often on voice chat, and they work really hard as well to get Pagodas so that way we can give them away on these streams and on this channel. And just to let you know too, I also enter giveaways for Pagodas, and I've talked about this before, but I know how to navigate the Nookazon market to make it work for myself. And then when we hit milestones on this channel, I just give them back as a way to say thank you for this community and for the support. And don't get me wrong, I know this channel is still really small, but even just these small victories, I just really want to celebrate them and give back to you all. So like I mentioned, giveaways, Nookazon, and then having my friends help me source Pagodas as well definitely make getting all these Pagodas very easy for me. But now there's a new method for farming Pagodas that I just found out about. You might have seen this already, but you might not have, depending on how active you are on Instagram and the Animal Crossing Instagram community. So I want to talk about this document that my friend Josh.Crossing on Instagram just posted on how to farm Pagodas. As you can see in this picture right here, he has 40 Pagodas all lined up in this area. Looks really, really cool. But in the caption of his post, as well as a document that he's written out, there are steps on how to actually farm the Pagodas and how to really get 40 of them pretty quickly. And I'll make sure to link his Instagram as well as the document in the description below. But I also want to talk about the document and the steps to do it. It's going to be a lot easier for you to just pull up the document and look at the document when you're actually playing the game yourself, rather than trying to just show off how to do it in this video, because it will take a long time to actually do the process, just to let you know. So here's the document, and as you can see, he gave a little bit of background. Gulliver/Gullivar is the bird that washes up on your shore around once a week. He will ask you to complete the task of either finding his communicator parts by digging in the sand or finding his communicator by swimming in the ocean. Gulliver has 29 possible items he can give to you from completing his task, and Gullivar, who is obviously the pirate version of him, has 19 possible items that he can gift you. The way that they work is that they'll give you an item out of the list that you have not received from them before and is not in the user's catalog, at least until you have cataloged all possible items from him, at which point you either get a 1 out of 29 for Gulliver or a 1 out of 19 chance for Gullivar. So here's the interesting part. You can game the system based on that. Like he mentioned in here, they're going to give you an item that isn't already in your catalog. That means something that Gulliver hasn't already given you, or something that you already haven't traded for. So even if Gulliver has never given you a Pagoda per se, he's still not going to give you one if you've gotten one from a friend, if you won one in a giveaway, or you got one on Nookazon either. That is until you've gotten all 29 of the items, and then when you start farming again, then you get a 1 in 29 chance or whatever to actually be able to get one from him again. So that's a pretty low chance, right? But in the next section here, it shows that there's actually a way you can up that chance. But I'll get to that in 1 second. And I'm just gonna go through each one of these steps one by one. So the first step is to obviously find a date that Gulliver appears and to make sure to complete the task. And then step number 2, after you complete the task, time travel to the next day to open the mail and see what he gives you. So now you're on that day forward, and I didn't really preface this, but you will need time traveling for this method, just FYI. And so step 3A says, if the item he gives you is something that you don't want multiple of, keep the item. Now it will be registered in your catalog. eliminating it as an item Gulliver could give you next time. But step 3B says, if the item he gives you is something you do want multiple of, then quickly press the home button and quit the game without saving. Then open the game again and look at the mail, but do not open the present. It will still be the same, regardless if you open it or not. Once you do that, time travel to the day before with Gulliver/Gullivar and repeat the process. That's what we call farming. And there's a ton of guides out there to farm all of the NPCs. Celeste, Red, I even did one on this channel before. Just to let you know, all NPCs are farmable. So moving on to step 4, as you continue to do this, the number of items Gulliver can give you will decrease as you catalog the items you don't want multiple of. So say I have 25 out of 29 Gulliver items in my catalog. Then there's a 1 in 4 chance, because there's 4 items left, of getting the item that I want multiple of, and so on. So say you want to do this with not just pagodas, but you want the Tower of Pisa's, you want the Statue of Liberty, or the Pyramid. So keep that small amount uncatalogued. And I know you might be thinking, well, I already have those in my catalog, so what do I do? And that's where step 5 comes into place. And this is a way to really accelerate it as well. So before I get into step number 5, what you'll want to do is actually create a new player that's on your island. So if you know, all you have to do is create a separate profile, and then when you start up, and your new character will live on the same island as your main character, if you weren't familiar with this. This new character will have a blank catalog. It'll have no items from your original account, but what you can do is catalog items from the main account. So step 5 says, to accelerate this process for people who have already gotten all of Gulliver's items, drop these items from your main account. Then, using the island resident that has none in his catalog, have it catalog all of the items except for the ones you want multiple of. By doing this, you automatically make it so that anytime the user completes Gulliver's tasks, it will have an almost 100% chance of getting the item you want in the mail. So this means you can keep farming. You can keep going forward a day, then back a day, and keep stacking up that mail. And since you already have all of the other items cataloged, your chances of getting a pagoda or any of the Gulliver items that you actually want are very, very, very high. This is a process that Josh used to be able to get 40 pagodas for himself. So this is a bulletproof, tested method that I hope you try out for yourself. But of course, like I mentioned, this takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and double checking to make sure you have all of the Gulliver items. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description to make sure you have all of the Gulliver items, that way you can double check it for yourself. And just to show you what I mean about the catalog, all you have to do is go to your Nook shopping app. And if you don't have the app on your phone just yet, then you just have to go to the Nook stop over in Resident Services. And you can just go to the items, and let's say we wanna make sure we don't have a pagoda, or any of the other items are gonna do, right? But here in the catalog, you'll see that I have a pagoda in the catalog. So this method wouldn't work for this character, but if I created a new character and the pagoda wasn't in their catalog, then this method would work for them. This method does take a long time. It can potentially make you start a new character and you have to go through the entire tutorial over again before you can even start doing it. It does require time traveling. I know not everyone loves time traveling too. So I just wanna let you know there are still other ways you can go about it, like I mentioned. Nookazon giveaways, and just to let you know, I was supposed to do a giveaway stream a few days ago, but because of some technical issues, we weren't able to do the giveaway stream. So I'm rescheduling that. The hope is that it's going to be in the next few days, so just make sure to be subscribed, hit that bell notification, and you'll get an alert when all of my new equipment is all set up. And the first stream I'm going to do with the new equipment is the giveaway stream, where we'll give away all of these pagodas. You might see down here, but there's a ton of Nook Miles tickets. There's 800 Nook Miles tickets here too that I'm going to give away. So just make sure your notifications are set up so that way you can make sure to know when to be here, so that way you can potentially win a giveaway on the stream. That's all I really want to talk about in terms of news and announcements. I haven't updated my island too much lately. We've been building on stream some, but sometimes the streams get a little hectic and we don't do too much. But I've shown off this school before that I did with the museum, and out here in front of it is just a little soccer field here. I'm actually working to the left of it on this little used bookstore. I need a lot more books and a lot more decorations. I'm also trying to do a little seating area up at the top as well. So things to work on. So I don't want to show it off too much yet until that's really completed. I've shown off all of this area by the resident services before, the school and the rooftop. There's just a couple upgrades in terms of items up here that you can see. But nothing too much and drastic has changed lately. But one thing that is pretty much complete, but everything is a work in progress, to be honest, that's this housing district over here that I've started to create. On stream, we moved in some houses over here, and the houses have changed up a little bit, even if you were in the last stream. I have Genji's house here, so Genji's new on the island, so Genji's house is right here. And Chester, the little cub, here's his house right here next to it. I love that their houses are almost identical. And I put all of these simple panels around to kind of add more to the house and make it more look like a full estate. I want to put some floor seating or maybe some cushions, some Zen cushions maybe around here, and make it like a dining area. And in between these two houses is a little viewpoint area with some tea, and I just really love this viewpoint. So other than that, not too much has changed. I'm really trying to go slow on this island. And so that's about it for this video. I hope this method on farming Gulliver items helps you out. Let me know in the comments if you try it out for yourself. I really want to know what your luck has been farming out this method. Links to Josh's Instagram as well as everything else mentioned in this, and my codes as well for all the custom stuff you see, are all in the description below. Make sure to tune in to our next giveaway stream so that way you can potentially win a ton of Nook Miles tickets, utility poles, pagodas, and a lot of other really great stuff. Thanks for all the support. It really means a ton, and I'll see you in the next one.